I'm gonna start recording now so I can air out this dirty laundry. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Comics and Dragons, the show where we talk about comic books that relate to Dungeons and Dragons. I am one of your hosts, Dylan. This is the other host, Bree, currently dying, and that is our special guest, Gray, who comes on every once in a while during the show because we have literally no one else that will join the show. Well, this is the show where we talk about comic books that relate to Dungeons and Dragons. I am first going to air out some dirty laundry. Bree, when you Bree, when you say the word might, maybe, or possibly, anything that's not the word yes, I know for a goddamn fact you're not gonna do that thing.
I might do that thing. It just means it's not the top of my list.
No.
It means it means middle.
It was. See, how many times have I asked you to join the main show? And
this is very true.
The amount of times I've gotten maybe or might is astra-fucking-nomical.
You are not wrong.
So, you're not starting off good, buddy.
Hey, I am starting off competently.
I do want to point out... Oh, fuck you. I do want to point out that this is after we talked about, for like a good 5 minutes, about the newest Justice League and Nightwing book by Nightwing. Keep that series going for hundreds of issues so I can enjoy something in my life. Anyways, Bree, what book that is not related to the regular topic have you chosen for us?
This book is related to the regular topic. It's about a witch. Come on. There's magic. It's called Witchlight. Is it by... I think it's by Jessie... I'm going to quote the name.
Jessie Zabrasky.
There we go. Yeah, that.
Man, this guy can't even get his own fucking comic writer's name right. Welcome to Comics and Dragons, the show where I just shit on Bree. And Gray's here.
It's true. Dylan does that a lot.
Hi, Gray.
Buddy.
Oh my god, Gray's so quiet. Gray, why are you so quiet?
I don't know.
What happened, Gray?
I don't know.
Gray, I need you. I need you.
Gray can't save you now.
Why?
I am going to be saying words. I don't know what words I'm saying.
They can barely save Mumford from the imminent death.
I can barely say words.
That is also very true.
Yeah.
So, what is this book, Bree?
Okay, so this book is about, like, there's these two girls, one who lives on, like, I guess this weird, like, it takes us to the fantasy world, and one girl lives on this like farmland area, and one girl is like a witch, and like people obviously are scared of witches and stuff, and but like when she meets her, they kind of well first obviously they start off kind of like as enemies sort of. She basically like ties her up, captures her, and then like kidnaps her sort of kind of not exactly.
That started off very weird.
Well, it's not like a kidnap. Okay, like so like this farmer dude like tries to attack her, and like she
Fucking
ends up
farmer.
saving she ends up saving this witch from getting attacked, and the response is to, because I guess she's not used to like a person actually being nice to her because she's used to like running away from people, so she ties her up and takes her away, and like uh she ends up while they're like on off somewhere. They end up like I guess, uh, like they're sitting in front of this campfire scene and they're talking to each other basically, and basically the girl tells her like I could teach you how to sword fight or whatnot, and only I could teach you if you untie me, and it is actually just weirdly isn't like a weird trick or anything. She actually does try and teach her how to like fight and stuff, and they start, and throughout the book they start going. They get very close, and it becomes like it's very like romantic. It's very much like a adventure romance type of story between these two characters.
Interesting.
Be quite sweet.
Uh,
Other than the kidnapping thing.
oh,
That's historically not very sweet.
Yeah, kidnapping not great.
Don't kidnap people. PSA.
PSA.
It doesn't usually end in Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, it doesn't usually go for the good old Beauty and the Beast treatment.
Yeah.
A tale as old as time. What?
I love the art for this book. I actually, I had read part of this book a while back, and I was immediately like enraptured by the weird art style it had. There's apparently like two different versions of this book. One that is in black and white, and there is one in color
I think I just found the
as
one in
well.
black and white.
Yeah, the one in the black and white is the one that's easier to find. But like you see, if you look online, there's also like color versions.
Let's see if this is the one in black and white. Let's see. Oh no, it's not the one in black and white.
It's very, very pretty.
It is
I love
very
how
pretty.
it looks colored.
The color is the coloring is interesting.
I love the uses of like a lot of blues and peaches.
Yeah.
You don't usually see that.
You don't usually see peach a lot.
No.
Neat. Oh, my feet.
But yeah, throughout the story, like you do kind of like get yourself. I kind of easily, much like this book, very much reminded me of Nimona, because firstly, both are just one book. That's for one thing, and both are split into sections. Like you go, like when you read Nimona, you go like part one, part two. This is works the same way where you have like a part one, a part two, part three, and like or like chapters or whatever, and each section ends off on like a massive cliffhanger before going into the next section.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I do like I do like that the backgrounds aren't very detailed, which sounds very weird, but I do like that because if you when okay weird thing about me, I've been taking walks recently, and when you're taking a walk like down like a ravine or some shit, and you barely notice like the background. It kind of fades into one color. Bree, could you die somewhere else?
I'll try next time. I always try dying in different places. Sometimes I die in like the heavens. Sometimes I die in hell. Sometimes I die in the sky.
You just like straight up walk into heaven like you own the place, nobody's business, and you go, "Hey guys, I'm here to die," and then just keel over.
Honestly,
that is exactly right.
Honestly,
oh good.
Today's been a bunch of Dimension 20 references. That just sounds like something Eggfort would do.
He did, like episode 3.
Yeah, he did. Hey, Bree! Seriously! You make it hard for... You know this is the reason why I don't edit, because I don't want to edit out your stupid goths. Because I have to look for them. Seriously,
that is fair.
There is a mute button that is easy to locate.
How I saved Dylan from having to edit out sneezes.
Gray, I don't edit out your sneezes because your sneezes are actually comical.
They are, but I usually mute before I sneeze.
Except for when you don't, and it's just the daddest sneeze ever.
Daddest sneeze?
Yeah, you know the dad sneeze. Where it has a wind up.
Maybe.
So, yeah, Witchlight is $12.
Yeah. Oh, I also forgot to mention there's this other thing. So the reason why it's called Witchlight is because there's this thing in the story where like a lot of people who aren't witches believe that because when you first see her, she does this thing where she puts her hand over her head, like when she's meeting the townspeople, and she makes like a candle light come on over her head, and it's like bright, and whatnot. And a lot of people in the town believe that like when a witch's candle light goes out, like the witch is how the witch is born and they die. Or not, like once the firelight goes out is when they die. But she reveals to the character, and her name is the main character's name is Sanja, the non-witch character name is Sanja, and she reveals to her that the reason why like when some witches do that is because like in her there's like these different sections of witches, and her section of witches basically they were like when they were born, they were taught like to hold these different candle lights and like power them with their fire and to like help strengthen like their fire magic.
So they're Charmanders?
You say
wow,
Charmander
comic.
Yes, I said they're Charmanders because you said it's related to their life force. I'm sorry, the Charmander's tail flame, whenever that thing goes out, the Charmander dies.
Put Charmander in the thumbnail now.
I mean, you could. Again, that's not like the actual truth. Again, that's what I was trying to explain. It's not like they actually do, but like, that's what people believe they do.
Okay.
Like the townspeople.
What do you mean by I could? You're the one making the thumbnails.
That was more directed at Bree.
That was directed at Bree. Bree said you could, and I was like, bitch. The least you could do is slap a thumbnail together.
Like, yeah, well, I just wasn't thinking when I said that.
Yeah, I bet.
Also, another thing about Nimona having very simple backgrounds, it's a fairly common artist trick for anyone who releases comics, especially like on a weekly basis. I mean, they weren't doing that, I don't think. But if you can get the idea of where your characters are, then your background is good.
Yeah.
You can do the rest of your storytelling and the character art if that's what you're stronger at. And it's a very good method.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason why, like, I'm able to easily like connect with stories like this or Nomona with their simplistic backgrounds and stuff, because these are like at their core character stories a lot of the time. Like the actual plot doesn't really matter as much. They are more character based type of stories, like where you can easily connect with whatever the characters are doing, or like what they're going through, or whatever emotions they're feeling.
Yeah. It's from what I can tell from like the first 15 pages, which is part 1, it's a very interesting story, and when I have money, I will probably buy it. I don't know what you're talking about. I did not just buy 3 Thor comics for the hell of it.
Oh, hey. I just found the witch's name. The witch's name is Lilik. So it's Sonya and Lilik. There you go.
Sanya? I thought
Pretty
it was
neat.
Sanja.
Yes, Sanja. That's what I meant to say.
I mean, the J could be pronounced as Y. We don't actually know.
This is also true. We don't have audio. Unlike Nimona, which actually does have an audio version.
Version. Man.
This is also partially just me talking about Nimona now.
Yeah. See, Bree has Nimona and all these kind of books, and then there's me with like, hey, let's talk about Saga for like an hour. And maybe you'll learn something about Brian K. Vaughan that's just random. The book is very interesting. I do like the art. I'm not a big fan of the style of art. Not because of anything else. It's not very detail driven, so it doesn't really catch my eye, which makes my ADHD kind of go like, I can look. Oh, look! It's not any fault of the artist or the writer. It is completely my fault. Because sometimes my ADHD, I'm sorry, I've been working on maps and just fucking veered off. Hey, whoa. Hey, this map is doing really well, but hey, look, TV. What's on the TV? Oh my god, superheroes fighting for no goddamn reason? Cool.
I'm the opposite, where if there's like a super detailed comic page, I cannot get to the next page until I've taken in every single detail, and which takes forever. It's really frustrating. Because I read Way of the Household Husband, which is very much not D&D, and it has a lot of details, and it took a while to take it all in when I was able to read it.
I saw the trailer for that as well. That was
Yeah! It's so good. It's so funny.
I also saw the trailer for it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Good? It's hysterical. It's about an ex-high-ranking Yakuza officer adjusting to being a house husband.
Yeah, no.
What's there to get?
I got it. I got the premise. I just, didn't get the art for a good solid minute.
It does very well in black and white. I have to say that. So I'm wondering how it'll do in color.
some manga really do live in that black and white manga aesthetic. There's some manga that can be super detailed. Which is one of some of the manga I've been getting into, like super detailed, super highly stylized, detailed manga.
Stylized manga is always pretty.
Yeah.
As comics in general, those always look really nice.
And I feel like I should just be like, I should like, because we're only at 17 minutes. I feel like I should like go into a tangent about the Adventure Zone comic and how good that is, so I can keep Gray in the loop. Because as me and Gray have established, the Adventure Zone comic is fucking masterful.
I hope they adapt the second campaign into a comic. It was so good. It's what made me want to host Monster of the Week.
But like they've got, I think, up to No, they got more than Rockport Express. Fuck.
They just released Crystal Kingdom, I think.
They just released Crystal Kingdom. Yeah, go buy the Adventure Zone.
And also Witchlight.
Yeah, buy Witchlight, please. We don't get any money out of it, but you know.
It does look like a really nice story.
It looks like a nice, very wholesome story.
Other than the kidnapping.
Other than the kidnapping.
It is very nice, and
as we have established, don't kidnap children, or else you know you will
kidnap adults either.
Don't kidnap anybody. I you know what? I didn't actually mean don't kidnap children, but yeah, don't kidnap children.
What if you're a child kidnapping another child, or an adult kidnapping another adult?
This is a very strange conversation.
The latter is still a big crime.
I'm honestly wondering how you're kidnapping an adult as a child.
I think that's just a little kid going up to some tired mother at the park and going, "Mom," when that's not their mom.
Give me I also want to say, give me a minute. People who are watching this, I have to check something.
I'm looking through the YouTube guidelines.
No, I'm not going to the YouTube guidelines. I'm now looking up something that can't be possible, but it's...
If we want to really jump into legal stuff, children are usually used to lure, typically adults, to other very sinister businesses. That's way too dark for a lighthearted podcast.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking through that. I was actually just looking through Comixology for something to see if something was true. And if it is, I want to share. Oh my god, it's true.
What?
Hey Bree, did you know that the McElroy family wrote a War of the Realms tie-in?
I kind of remember that. Sort of.
The entire McElroys. Clint, Griffin, Justin, and Travis.
Clint also goes through a bunch of comics.
I didn't know it was all of them.
It was...
Definitely know.
It is called Journey Through Mystery. I totally
Yes! I know! I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I totally forgot about it. It's like 6 heroes going through America on a Winnebago, which, if I really think about it, is kind of the McElroy thing.
Yeah, I remember that. I read that.
I did not remember that at all.
Check. I definitely do. Yeah, I read some of this. Yeah, I read some of this. I didn't know it was all the McElroys though.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's why.
It's all of them except for their wives.
Wow.
Are you okay?
Bree is never okay.
Bree's dying.
I am always dying. As we've established.
By the way, that is the only comic they have on Comixology, which I find a crime because why isn't the Adventure Zone on there?
Ghost wrote a bunch of, I think, DC comics.
Oh, that's...
I can't say which ones legally. I don't think.
You can't say
which ones legally?
I mean, Griffin, Justin, and Travis did air some out in front of a live audience, but you know.
Now I'm looking.
But yeah, legally can't say which ones. He just did.
Now I gotta look for these, because...
Which, I mean, to be fair, I mean, we're not going off on that big of a tangent talking about War of the Realms. War of the Realms kinda is sort of D&D in the
it very much isn't, but you know.
I mean,
From what I remember of War of the Realms, now that I think about it, yeah, it is very D&D. Now that I remember the entire story, didn't Spider-Man get a fucking sword?
Yes. And yes, Byron.
And Daredevil became Heimdall.
Yeah.
Which, hey, if you want to do something ironic, yeah, make Daredevil the all-seeing god.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Wonderful.
Make the blind person see everything.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're curious about which ones like Mr. Clinton McElroy goes through, I sent a video where they aired some out.
Oh god. And we legally can't say.
Nope. Which is super cool.
Wait, why can't we legally say?
He ghostwrote them, and some people who hire other people to ghostwrite are like, hey, here's a gag order. Don't say I didn't write this, because some people are like, oh, my reputation.
Oh, okay. So, Bree, who changed your nickname, man?
Oh, I did.
Did it feel like being Discount Power Ranger villain anymore?
I forget the context of why I changed it, but I remember coming in during the Monster of the Week thing, and then like something making me change it.
You were just possessed by the urge to change your nickname?
I'm sorry, you were witch's butter for a good minute.
Yeah, because that's a mushroom name. I'm the mushroom campaign.
So, I do want to tell you I forgot to put this in Rolling Insight after, you know, a joke made by Violet that we are not going to reference.
Ooh. Violet's good joke.
Violet's good joke. Yeah, this seems like an appropriate place to put this. When this campaign ends, when our current campaign ends, we're gonna just have like a 5-week period of a short, like, campaign. So, if anyone wants to do that, take the reins. Take the reins.
We can continue Monster of the Week for 5 weeks.
Yeah, I don't care. It'll be me just writing for the next campaign and me hearing, oh, what? Yeah, totally, do that, whatever.
5-week honey heist campaign, let's go.
I have so...
5-week honey heist!
Bree, you don't even know what honey heist is right now, do you?
Who?
Bree.
What are you talking about?
There we go.
Honey heist
I know. Wait, okay, you go. Continue.
Honey heist is a tabletop RPG, a very simple one, where your team is a group of bears going to steal some honey from a certain place.
That does make sense. Bree,
It's very funny.
Sounds fun.
I was about to ask.
That was almost.
I was about to ask Bree, did you know that, or are you fucking faking it at this point?
What? I don't fake anything in this house. I always say exactly what I mean. I don't use the internet for anything.
You think Bree goes on the internet to tell lies? Who tells lies on the internet?
By the way, Crystal Kingdom has not been released yet. It gets released in July. But yeah, read the rest of the fucking Adventure Zone. Read Witchlight and Nimona. Get Nimona the movie or show back. I don't remember. What was it?
It was a movie.
It was a movie. Get the movie back.
Yes. Yes, and speaking of that, that was also the main reason why the She-Ra movie was trending, because movie Nimona equals movie She-Ra.
Also, what? Okay, before I do that, also stop that Dungeons and Dragons movie from coming out, because I can see the future. It's going to be terrible.
If it's what any media thinks Dungeons and Dragons is, put it away. If no one's spending way too long making puns about something, it's not right.
We already have a Dungeons and Dragons movie. It was a Disney movie, which I find baffling. But, it was a Disney movie. It was Onward. It was actually the perfect representation of D&D. Bree, seriously. The mute button is right there.
I didn't know that what they were talking about. So I didn't even notice I did anything. What did I do?
You coughed.
Oh.
You coughed real bad.
Sometimes I don't even notice when I cough. Sometimes I just cough.
What?
No, that makes sense.
See, Greg gets it.
I used to have a real bad cough too, all the time, and exactly that would happen.
But yeah.
Like when you live with a cough, like a really bad cough, and you're coughing all the time, you just get used to it, and your brain just says, "What are you doing? You're just talking like a normal person." Doesn't everyone do this?
You're just talking every day. What's a cough? I can't feel it.
Yeah. Please put that Dungeons and Dragons movie away, because I can already see it's gonna be the most cliche thing ever.
Unless you're having a scene where you're all in a boat and you sing "Life is a highway to move forward," then what's the point?
Unless
life is a highway, we can drive it all night long.
Jesus Christ. Unless you have your actors play a session of Dungeons and Dragons. Just have the writers for the session, make them write Dungeons and a whole entire fucking campaign of Dungeons and Dragons, and give it to the director to DM. Unless you have that, and then you start the movie and make the movie the entire campaign, because let's face it, a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, while it takes how long have we been doing our current campaign? 6 months?
Yeah.
While it takes 6 months, it is basically a 2-hour movie.
So far. And that 2-hour movie involves punching a god.
Yeah, ours involves punching a god. And, if there are no critical fails in that movie at all, I'm already disappointed. They got Chris Pine for some goddamn reason.
Ooh, Dylan's airing out beef with another actor.
Whoa. Chris Pine. Okay, wow, this is gonna get real bad for Dylan. I have nothing against Chris Pine. But.
Sus.
I had a bad the movie Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, this is going to be 15 minutes of Dylan explaining why a Dungeons and Dragons movie is a bad idea. Dungeons and Dragons is basically collaborative storytelling, in which you have a group of friends and you make a story up. You have taken that, which is a very interactive medium, which is why video game movies don't work, and have turned that into, hey, let's make a movie where no one can make any choices.
It's like in my main campaign.
Unless. Okay, so we do a Comics and Dragons podcast, right? We're all here, and we've all read
Is that what
stories.
we're doing?
We were in the beginning.
Yes, we were. What am I going to get? If you can make something like the Dungeons and Dragons comic book as a movie where you all play a game together, and then I don't know.
You basically have to write out the story while you're doing the sessions.
Yes. Unless you do that. If you do that, then you can make a Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah, in which you actually have the things that happen in Dungeons and Dragons, like a critical fail where Gray picks up an axe and accidentally, when they go to chop, fucking miss entirely and get their axe stuck in the ground.
Yeah.
Which has happened to Mumford.
And if this is the weirdest. Okay, this is very weird about what we're talking about here, because I'm pretty sure no Hollywood executive would ever do this.
Or watch a random podcast that has 20 subscribers.
But I'm thinking of this because as I'm making like little D&D scripts myself. Because film is meant to be a collaborative medium in itself. So, if you get a director, or like a couple of directors, or just one director, like the entire cast and the producers, you get them all in the room together. You put Dungeons and Dragons in front of them, and you have all of them play characters. And you see what happens.
And the actor becomes the producer's character. There we go. Also, want to point something out. If you don't put Matt Mercer in anything major in the movie, people will fucking riot.
Fortunate.
It's Matt Mercer and Brendan Lee Mulligan, unfortunately. And Griffin. Hey, put me in the movie. Piss everyone off.
There's this picture of Matt Mercer and Griffin McElroy, and someone commented that Matt Mercer looks like he's been wandering in a monster-ridden wasteland for years with no one but beasts to call friends, and that Griffin looked like Clinton told him he couldn't get a blizzard from Dairy Queens.
What?
That's hilarious.
Now I want a blizzard from Dairy Queen.
Well, you can't have one because Clint said no.
Oh. What if I roll a d20?
You know what? You roll a DC 22. I will let you get a blizzard from Dairy Queen. I'll let you roll.
DC 22.
I will let you use this will be a charisma check, and I will let you use. Fuck it. I'm gonna let you use Mayu.
Poor Mayu. That was my fault, but poor Mayu.
No.
It's not your fault.
I was gonna say, as we've established, that is Bree's own fault.
If Avra is working, you go to rolls and ticks.
So change the character to Mayu.
I get that's the wrong thing I did. Oh, you know what? Is it this?
So do.
Oh, Avra is using a different symbol now.
Oh right, yeah. It's using an ampersand.
Wait, a at symbol?
No,
Or an and
ampersand.
symbol?
Ampersand. And. Okay.
Mm.
Writing purposes, ampersand is the and symbol.
Oh, it is the at symbol.
What? No. And, man. And. I know.
And
A-N-D.
the symbol. Okay, cool.
My God. I think Bree is going to give me an aneurysm.
Oh yeah,
An
definitely.
aneurysm?
I thought I already was giving you an aneurysm. Haven't we been doing this show for this long? How have I not?
Legendary.
Oh, charisma check?
Yes.
Oh,
That's also an symbol.
I got it!
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry as well.
Did you?
What is
Do
my
you
name?
got
Oh.
it?
Oh, I had a minus 2.
You have a minus 2 charisma.
Also legendary.
So you had to, I would have let you, if you critted, get the blizzard, but now you can't get the blizzard. My God, you have a. How did Mayu get a -2?
I don't remember. Oh my god.
That's so low, man.
Obsessed with this.
I guess it makes sense why she shot at Polaire now. She thought she was making a good impression.
Well, no duh. I think that was the thing. I think she was trying to make a good impression with everyone and then did it.
And then shot at a 14-year-old.
No, also had a fight in a sort of a
With,
car? Taxi?
with-
Whatever.
in a taxi.
This was a taxi. It was a taxi.
It was a taxi. With that same 14-year-old.
Yeah. It was great.
Proceeded to get kicked out of that taxi, pulled out a gun, shot at the taxi, and if uh-oh.
I think what highlighted that was, I don't want to fight you, before pulling out a long sword.
Yes. Yes.
By the way, now we're getting questions.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
We are. It's right
No,
there.
we're not.
It's right there.
No, we're not. We're not getting questions. What?
It's-
What? I don't know what you're talking about. There are no questions in this chat.
1 second. I gotta take Bree's power away, apparently. Okay.
So funny.
But yeah,
So that was our show, gamers.
that was our show. Do all the things, like, comment, subscribe, do everything. Buy Nimona and all the books we mentioned, including Witchlight. Witchlight! We're talking about Witchlight! Buy Witchlight!
It's a very cute book that I really like.
The episode is going to be called Buy Witchlight. And we will see you guys next time on Comics and Dragons, or Rolling Inside, or any of the fucking shows we produce.
What shows? I don't know what you're talking about.
Bree, just because you're not on the shows that we produce,
Please.
even though we ask you multiple times to be on them.
Yeah, I know. That's just part of life and death and the pursuit of happiness. Hey, I got a new chair, you guys.